I think nurses know this already. They are the caregiver phenotype. Many of them have had trauma. Many of them have had these things happen that really have manifest their path as a caregiver that puts themselves last. And it's part of the culture too, to put yourself last. And we just can't do that. We don't need to do that, right? And again, if you think this is I have no easy platitude answers for this. I'm just sketching out, hey, we better get underway and we better recognize. And part of the situation is communalizing our pain and saying, we're all in this thing together. We are all suffering in some form or another. And there is a collective action we can take, but there's also an individual action, and it's okay. You can forgive yourself. It's not your fault that you're unhappy. But now there's some possible things you can do. Now it's on you. You have to take some accountability. You can't play the victim. You got to get up and say, all right, enough. And I've done pieces in the past talking about why, nurses may actually be a little on average more overweight than other aspects of the workforce. Why is that? Well, they put themselves last. They don't have access to good, healthy food on their shifts. They can hardly pee. They can hardly take a break. Their sleep cycles are all messed up. Again, I say this, many in the caregiver phenotype, right? They're victims of trauma. And that in itself can, those adverse childhood experiences can lead to adult challenges with obesity and things like that. And how are you going to exercise, when, you're working these overtime shifts and all of that? And then you have family at home and all these other obligations, and you put yourself last. And even if you do try to take care of yourself, you feel guilty that you've done it. You're like, well, but I have all these other people are depending on me. If I go to the gym or I, try to enroll in a diet program or whatever it is that you're doing, I'm not helping them. No. You have to love and accept yourself so that you can take care of yourself. Like if you're going to go and do a week-long silent meditation retreat that I did recently, at some point on that retreat, you're going to feel like, oh, you know what? All my guilt for like stepping out for a week and doing this thing about somehow I'm like taking this me time. It's not you time. It's transcend me time. Everyone around you will see the difference when that happens. So these kind of things require some resources. Imagine if every hospital leadership said, "Hey, you have a week to go on some kind of spiritual growth thing." Now, you can be an atheist; it doesn't matter. But you can go on a silent meditation retreat. You can go hike in nature for a week. You can sit quietly in your house and do a solo meditation. You can go see a therapist. You can go do yoga classes for a week or teach yoga classes for a week or whatever it is. Imagine the impact that would have on our frontline staff. In fact, I think that's low-hanging fruit right there. We give CME money, continuing medical education, continuing CEU credits for nurses. We do all that. Why can't we give like continuing mind, body, spirit credits? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Think of you don't have, just go, try it. Someone try it. Someone out there try it. Some leader out there try this and just watch what happens. All right.